Hare Krishna, Hare Om. Here we are with today's Krishna reading. That is Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Anyway, today's reading says, Vrindavan is as good as Krishna. Therefore, if one somehow or other gets the opportunity to live in Vrindavan, and if one is not a pretender but simply lives in Vrindavan and concentrates his mind on upon Krishna, one is liberated from the material bondage. And that's taken from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, following on from last time's one about being born into a good family, and the one before that was saying about being born into Vrindavan in your reincarnation cycle. So yeah, you've evolved your soul enough in this lifetime that you're born into the family. Just to recap, you're born into the nice family that have all got the open mindset about bringing you up spiritually and stuff, and you're in Vrindavan and you're growing up in the right place, and you just concentrate on being a good person and living a good life, and finding that balance and just being that. Just concentrating on Krishna means concentrating on God or concentrating on goodness, basically, yeah. So, and yeah, apparently that they're saying that's not apparently. Bona fide scriptures from thousands of years ago in India, this stuff is pretty bang on in a lot of ways. But anyway, they're saying that you can be liberated from material bondage. Now that means this cycle that we go through, and even again, if you just look at it as this lifetime, not thousands of lifetimes, which is what they're talking about, but you can narrow that down just to this life, and we go through these cycles, and it's over and over again, and you think this time it's different, and you sort of know it's not going to be. So you go through the cycle again, and no, it weren't different, it fails or whatever, and round and round we go. And that's what they're talking about. You can break free of that cycle, like from where they're saying reincarnation. Then yeah, how many lifetimes are we going to build up this karma? I was talking earlier about it, and every day we're collecting karma, whether it's good or bad. We're collecting up points, if you know what I mean. We're doing some good and we're doing some bad, so therefore there's always going to be karma left to work out. The bad stuff that we got to work out in the next cycle, in the next incarnation, you got to work that shit out. So that means you're tied to this material world. Your soul is going to have to be reborn here because it's got karma to work out. But they're saying once you've got yourself in a position where you can live in Vrindavan, you've got an opportunity there to break that cycle forever and to move up to be a more exist on a higher plane, as they call it, the higher planets. As they call it in the Vedas, they talk about the higher planets, Galuka, and others as well. So yeah, we can break that cycle and we can do it differently, but you have to concentrate. Everything you do has to be for that love, whether you call it God, whether you call it Krishna, whatever you feel, you've got to serve it with everything you do, basically, and devote everything you do to that. And it helps if you're born in Vrindavan, or if you get to live there, you can just move there and do it. You can just get on a plane. Do you know what I mean? You could just get on a plane and take up residence and make a life for yourself and just be in that spiritual place. And a lot of people do. There's a very large community out there of people living like that. It's basically a city. and they all live and work there and live a spiritual life, and they're trying to do what it says here on this page. They're trying to focus their attention purely on goodness, so that hopefully they don't have to come back next time again and pay back all that karma and build up more negative karma, and just stuck on earth for 1,000,000 years going through the same lessons over and over. And that's how some people we feel about our lives, isn't it? So you know what I mean, we can break the cycle. You just got to focus your mind on that. So I'm just going to read it one more time for you, because I waffle on too much. It says, Vrindavan is as good as Krishna. Therefore, if one somehow or other gets the opportunity to live in Vrindavan, and if one is not a pretender but simply lives in Vrindavan and concentrates his mind upon Krishna, one is liberated from material bondage. Srimad Bhagavatam. And there's the nice artwork done by devotees. That's Radha Krishna hanging out with the cows. Anyway, have a blessed evening, blessed day. I love you. And thanks for watching my Krishna video. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, Krishna. Thank you, Prabhupada. He's the guy that translated all these books from the ancient Vedas. Srila Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Jai. Stay blessed.